So now we have a 2008, I think it's a 2008. Yeah, it's a 2008 Ford F-250 with the great 6.4 liter turbo diesel. So the customer says it runs rough and it's leaking and smoking and all the good typical 6.4 stuff. So I've already kind of looked at it. The thing runs like crap, so we want to just make sure that this thing is torched. So we're going to do a relative compression test. I don't know if it's going to run this test because it does not sound very good. It runs, but it definitely has a compression issue. So we just want to verify that and be fairly certain that this thing's just torched. So let's see. You gotta switch the key on engine off, make sure that the battery's charged, and we gotta do wide open throttle. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now we gotta crank it. I don't know how this is gonna fly, so. And the battery's dead. That's nice. This thing runs like a champ too. Let's pull it up. It's not gonna run that test. The batteries are junk. We'll go up here and we'll go take a look. Ooh, take a look at the blow-by coming out of the oil cap. We'll let it charge up for a minute. You can hear how it's running really, really good. I'm just a little concerned with it potentially running away, but well, it is a 6.4. I mean, you can already see all the smoke. I think that's from the turbochargers. I mean, we have quite a few issues. I mean, look at that. Yeah, that's not good. All the smoke coming. Then if you go down here, and if you look at the exhaust, you can see it better from the other side. It's a typical 6.4, unfortunately. Just don't want it trying to run away on me. But we can go, I guess while it's running, we'll go here. When I looked at it the other day, you could see oil was like on the bottom of the downpipe, which more than likely the turbocharger is shot too, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to pull it apart more and check it, but at this point it looks like we're having a compression issue with all the blow-by. We're just going to do a power balance and see where everything's at real quick. See which cylinder it is. Usually the backs. So let's see. Because on the 6.4s, the back two cylinders get all the fuel to do the regen, so it's usually 7 and 8. But I've seen it be any of them. So we have a number 2 that's just dead. Now there is a little slight problem. So the one thing you have to be careful with on these 6.4s, these engines are just unfortunately very, very terrible. But you want to make sure, it's very common for the rockers to break. Very, very common. So you want to make sure it's not that. But the thing is, we have the blow-by, a lot of it. Now, if it ran like crap, it didn't have any blow-by, I would say more, it's probably something to do with the rockers. And generally, when the rockers do go bad, it usually pops to the intake. It's like a pop, 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 pop. That's usually what it sounds like. This one isn't experiencing the popping. It has a ton of blow-by. And no noise. So I want to do just a compression test on it real quick. I want to see if hopefully it runs enough to where we can get to that point. I just don't want it to run away on me. These trucks are a little sketchy. Here you see it's just smoking right now. You can see right there. See all the smoke. We're gonna park it before we blow it up. Unfortunately, this is just the typical sight for these trucks. Get them all the time. I'm not a fan of these engines. Very, very, very problematic. Let's see. Okay. Just want my batteries to charge up a little bit. Everybody brings these trucks in dead batteries. Can't see. Unexpected change, of course. I don't think it's gonna run this test. This I would like to try to print though. For the customer. If I can print it. Do printable view, it automatically prints to our printers. Just so we have evidence of where everything's going. Come on, truck. I think, yeah, see, it doesn't like it because it's not running. See if we can get one of these compression tests in real quick. It's probably not going to do it. Sometimes when they're so severe, they won't run the test because it keeps kicking you out. And I would open the door because it is like 120 degrees in here, feels like. But there's a guy playing music. And I'm sure you can hear it now, but let's go ahead and get this done. Let's see if we can get it. No, it's not going to run through. But, okay, so I'm going to call it. We know we have a problem on number 2 with the blow-by, like I said. The blow-by coming out, there's no popping. The blow-by is just a dead giveaway. We're having a compression issue, obviously, in the bottom end. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and recommend. We can take it apart and inspect. We'll see what the customer wants to do. I'm cool with taking it apart, but it's kind of a waste of money at this point. So it's another 6.4 down the hole. Let's see how many miles this thing has on it. Usually they have about 100 when they pop. 240, 264. That's really good for one of these trucks. I'm actually surprised. Usually about 100,000 miles. This is when I see this kind of a problem. And there's oil coming out of the exhaust, so more than likely we have a turbocharger failure as well. So I mean, at this point we're looking at a complete long box. So I'll update you guys what happens, but we're probably not going to end up doing this because these engines are very expensive. So we'll see you guys on the next one.